geometry, because music theory is a convoluted bitch.
Need to excel your business to the next level? It's time to hire a professional. From SEO, content marketing, design, video production, advertising, social media, and web design and development. We're your complete digital branding source. It's time to increase your visibility. Give us a call at 310-210-0339 or visit our website at littlemonkeymarketing.com. Little Monkey Marketing, because even though you're little, doesn't mean you can't make a lot of noise.
Alex,
okay.
You're about to make a musical point by
I was
playing.
about to make a musical point. Meanwhile, I did find what I was trying to.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Can you give us a little bit of a zoom on this thing? Can you imagine the surprise that an economist found? One day lately, I picked up this book from somewhere, and it says Keys to Color. And I'm asking you to count how many slices the colors have.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, there are 12.
Yeah, we knew that.
Okay. Now that you knew that, I'd like to ask you to go inside and find out on one of those pages, it says that the primary colors are... Can you please tell me how many the primary colors are? Can you please find
3.
out? Look at them.
Oh, there's 4, I guess. Is there?
There's 7.
Oh, there are 7. Oh.
Okay. Would you like me to read what it says? Read, please, what it says up here.
Here we go.
Right here. It says...
In the 7... Which part?
Right here. So it says a little bit of a note about the colors.
Okay. The physicists can show that the primary colors of light are red, blue, and green, meaning that while beams of these colors can be mixed together to yield other colors, no combination of other beams will produce any of the primary colors.
Okay, and then what does it say about the 7? Something about this.
You'll have to find it.
Okay, it says that when you put the light through a prism, 7 colors will show up.
Right.
And they show the 7 colors are right there.
Yeah.
I want, you see, yes. Can you show where those 7 colors are? I think they are here.
Yeah.
Right here. Can you believe that there are 7 colors? Now, did you remember what you just read? You read that the colors are 3 primary colors. Remember something we talked last week about the Trinity, about the threesomes? Mm-hmm. And okay, could you believe that somebody made a book? Now that you've seen a few of my drawings, can you believe what in the back of this book is?
Good luck.
Oh, okay. Look what is in the back of this book.
Well, there's a suspended cord right there.
Now, don't think of chords yet, but can you tell that things in music are happening in threesomes?
Yes.
Okay. Now that we know that, I'd like to remind you that last week we were talking about the Holy Trinity and all kinds of threesomes that the world is involved with. And you find out that the colors are threesomes too. So I'm asking the whole world, what's going on? Why doesn't anybody talk about the 7, the 3,
we do talk about the 7, the 3, and the 12, but we just don't know what it means.
I know.
Like, it comes through our subconsciousness and so much that we do.
It's the way that our mind is constructed to divide something 7 times before it loses interest. When you have a huge picture in front of you, try to understand it, your eyes dissect it 7 times. The 7th time is the tiniest little image. That is what focusing is for the eyes. The eyes focus on the 7th division.
Right.
That tiny little thing at the end, that's what our eyesight is. You notice that when we look at things, we have a wide, broad spectrum in front of us. What are we watching, do you know? We're watching the tip of the 7th division. I know I never told you that. What? Did you see that? Did you see what I just said?
No, explain it to me again.
The 7th division. Can you see perspective in this picture? Can you see what perspective is in this picture?
I get it.
Do you see it? Now,
we're seeing this one here.
Okay.
This is what we focus on.
Okay, look. The little line that is in the middle that connects all all sounds together. The line between this is your vision. That's how your vision works.
Right.
You have a tremendously wide spectrum when you look at things, but when you really focus, your focus point is the tip of the seventh division. I will explain to you one other day if you didn't get it already.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. Move on.
So I was telling you about the number 7, and I was telling you about the number 3. 3 is a chord. 7 is the ultimate, 3 is the minimal, and in the middle is 5. So you notice how comfortably our mind describes 3 numbers through music. The 3 is your chords, the 5 is your lead. When you ask somebody, come on, play solo, solo, that's all you do, you're doing 5. And when you find Mozart, Beethoven, and all the other beautiful guys, they do 7. Now look what the pity is. I'm about to tell you, for the first time again, for the 7 billion people to know. Out of 264 scales in the musical project that's called the Ecometry, 2 of them are being taught in school. The major and the minor. They happen to be 2 out of 12 out of 1 sound cell. 1/6. Now look, they teach major and the relative minor. That is nothing but the tips of the major and the minor force, power within the sound, and they never mention one word about the missing guys, the 5 ones.
Right.
Now, every time they want to mention the 5, they say you have to take the 7, subtract 2 members, and there you have 5. This is the biggest lie. And they teach that in every school today, tonight, yesterday, and for the last, as long as I have been alive, at least. Right. So basically, watch it. I told you already that Ecometry has got information that nobody can beat. Yeah. So here I am, alive and well again, and I'm asking you again, I'm throwing another glove, as I usually do, to see somebody who's going to be at least semi-offended and say, the man is a crook. I want to know. Who is that? I'm here. So we'd like to throw another glove and finish right there. So 3 is your chord. 5 is what you play lead, and 7 is the ultimate where your mind will crash. So if you really want to know what music is trying to accommodate your playing within those 3 numbers. So when you pick up your instrument, you're about to make some kind of noise, ask yourself, what kind of degree of difficulty are we going to think of? Are we going to think of chords? 3 sums. This is a 4 sum. Okay. This is a 5. See, you can go all the way up to 6 on the guitar, because the guitar can only provide 6 notes.
Right.
But when you play on the piano you have 10 fingers. Really, in theory, you can add all the way up to 10 different things. By the way,
but your brain would crash. Your brain would crash. You can't handle 10 things.
Yes, you cannot crash. You cannot. By the way, when you go to 7, you'll notice that there hasn't been anybody yet who is trying to serve a chord with 7 notes.
Yeah, because your brain would crash.
The mind has to do 49 calculations per millisecond, whatever you call it, per nanosecond. Remember, we think fast. Anyway, again, 3.
But even a 6-note chord isn't going to sound good, is it?
Would you like to know what it sounds like?
Yeah, I'd like to know.
I'm going to give you one. Let me see. Let me see. Listen to this one. This is a 6-note chord. And I'm going to give you the 7th one. Okay, so enough with the jokes. So when you play 3, music is simple. When you do 4s, it will sound pretty much like things like this. If you do 5, if you do 6, if you do 7, these were 7, 1, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 12 from a harmonic minor, which beautiful thing has got things like this in it. Has things like this in it. Or this one. Or things like this.
They call that the harmonic minor in traditional, but you call it something else.
We call it armonia. Harmonia. Harmonia, I use the same names that we use in schools. Like armonia is for harmonic minor, melodia is for melodic minor. The sad thing is, when you go to school, they tell you that the minor scale, which is out of the elas, out of the Greek modes, they take the minor scale. They try to make you learn the minor scale. At the same time, they tell you that if you raise one note, you go to harmonic minor scale. And if you raise two notes, you go to melodic minor scale. By then, your mind has already calculated 36 different modes, 21 heptatonic and 15 pentatonic, because you're asking the brain to think of 3 different cells. Combine them, you see.
Right.
Sometimes I tell people that it's like if you have 3 different families of 12 members each, and for some reason a newcomer comes and thinks that 3 people he just met, that's all it is. But three people represent a bunch of 12.
Right.
So those 3, if the 3 minor scales, the harmonic, the melodic, and the natural, are sisters, if they're girls, they look similar, but they are not from the same family. One of them is. Now, I'm going to announce to you something very specifically important that has never been announced worldwide. You know, I told you that the minor scale and the major scale, they call them the church modes. Guess what? If you change one note from the church mode that is called minor, and you lift it up, you create a church mode for the Muslim religion.
And how does that sound? Go ahead and play that for
And it
us.
sounds like this. Listen. See? That is the major scale, change one note. I got news for you. Out of this, there's a pentatonic that the cowboys use. And the American and all the American musicians use. The leftovers of the Muslim scale sound like this. You see?
Right.
So you see what it does when you know things? You can impress people. But you don't impress them with vacuum words.
Right.
No, it makes sense. So the leftovers of a harmonic minor scale is all your blues. But the other side is what the people in the middle of the desert, the Bedouins, are singing to their girls. Look. See? And there, right under it, listen, right under it, here. They are one next to the other.
Right.
The red is here, and the pentatonic right next to it, it's the blue scale. So you see how interesting ichometria can get to be. I can tell you so many things. Now, let me tell you something now. Can you believe that the whole world, religion, for example, loves 1/12 of the Greek modes for minor sounds and 1/12 of the Greek modes for major sounds? That's it. Now, the rock music play 2 of the leftovers of those, the heptatonics don't use the 5. So the rock people use